Hello and welcome to the Table Talk Otaku podcast. My name is Okami, or Christian, whatever you want to call me. I hail from a sized town in Pennsylvania right now, from a small town in Oklahoma. I'm a Christian, which affects all my views. I'm guessing Pat got a call or something, but so he is not here at
He
the
was
moment.
cooking.
Oh, he was cooking. Well, let him cook. But I do have somebody else with me at the moment. Who
Oh
are
my
you?
god. Cobalt from middle of nowhere, Alabama. I am not a Christian, but I was raised Christian.
Yeah. I would say once a Christian, always a Christian, but that's not.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of affects your views of life in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, man, this lineup's kind of for Pat, actually. But we shall see where we get to. Maybe we just go with the number 3 topic that I had instead of the number 2 start out, and then he'll join later. I mean, I could drag him in here and then he'll join when he, but yeah, he'll probably let me drag him in here. No, I did that.
Okay, that was you.
Yeah. And then he can just unmute whenever he's here. But got some new stuff, and you weren't here last week to talk about kind of the hot topic was the ice problem going on. Well, if I say ice problem, I actually don't think they're a problem, but I will say they could have done something different, but at the same time, people just need to get out of the way, and then it'll solve all the problems. But
Well, I mean, there should have been law enforcement there that's trained for that kind of.
they are law
So it really
enforcement.
boils down to. Yeah, but they specialize in not crowd control.
True.
There are other people that specialize in crowd control that should have been there. But obviously, they were ordered not to be there. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been going, though. Well, we've got another person technically shot, even though it was more their firearm discharged whenever it shouldn't have. And then they, of course,
Sig P320.
yeah. Yeah, it's actually
gun that fires itself.
I was talking to a guy today and he didn't even know that part. I was like, yeah, it was literally a gun that is known for misfiring.
Yeah, to be fair, in the original video, like over the crowd, you can't even really hear. Plus, they're standing so far away.
Yeah. I don't know. I think when people are doing anything they can to make them look bad and not putting in whatever posts or anything they talk about, not putting in that there was a gun that fired before they did is kind of already deceitful in my eyes. And then at that point, after you make that assumption, you say, yeah, somebody could be yelling at the top of their lungs, especially the person that has the gun in their possession, saying it was misfire, or something. But like, it happened so quickly that I do not fault the person that shot. But it's also another thing of people want people to be out, people want, or like people to be uh, taken out of the country, and then people saying that they're just trying to get a better life. And it's like, well, then why are they committing crimes? But I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
some
on a
people
hard
are.
side. Oh, there you are. You want to
Yeah,
introduce
sorry.
yourself?
I was finishing prepping some dinner, but this is Pat. One visit the aquarium today. It was nice,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm from down south, way down south.
Your dad like the aquarium?
Oh yeah, we had a good time.
Good.
Well, he can't right walk as much as he used to, so I had to push him a bit.
Mm.
And also, I learned today that beavers stink.
What's that?
Beavers stink.
Yeah, what is. Oh, you're just saying as a statement, beavers stink?
Yes,
Mm.
they had a little beaver enclosure, and one was near the rails, like and on like the dryer part. I leaned over to take a picture, and whew, damn, fucking hit me like a ton of bricks.
Well, to be fair, all animals stink.
To an extent,
Mm-hmm.
just a matter which ones suit your palate.
I don't think any of them suit a palate.
You'd be surprised. Some people have a preference.
I may
Like
have a preference, but not. How about not smelling at all? Would that be? Is that a preference? No, I
well,
think that's like.
I can't remember if I told you when y'all came down here, but I actually kind of like the smell of raw oysters.
Mm,
It's kind of a nostalgia thing.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, when I was a kid, my dad, I told you, I don't know if I told Cobalt this. My dad worked on an oyster boat, and he would come home with sacks of oysters, and we'd shuck them on the porch and either fry them or do whatever with them. And when a couple of years ago when I shucked oysters again for the first time in a long time, I'm like, I actually kind of like the smell of raw oysters. I kind of that childhood thing.
Yeah, I can see something like that, but like you
Yeah, but
enjoying what the smell is, but it's like people saying they enjoy the smell of gasoline. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that like there's probably people who like grew up on like farms that enjoy the smell of the farm because that's something they live their life around, and being without it just feels different.
I'm gonna say, as somebody who's been on a farm in their childhood quite a bit, I
Oh
did
man,
not like the smell.
I grew up on a farm. I didn't mind it.
Mm, no,
At
I'd
one
rather
point,
not.
we had 40 heads of cattle at one point.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you rather it smell like it does, or would you rather just no smell? And I would say I'd rather no smell.
I mean, kids out there while it's called being nose blind.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd just rather no smell. I'm gonna keep that
Things
opinion.
when things got really like mosquitoes got really bad. A common way to get rid of mosquitoes was to go gather up cow patties and then burn them in a fire, and the smoke would get rid of the smell. I think the mosquitoes.
Yes, and I would still rather it not smell.
I'm just saying,
I
it
get
never
it.
bothered us.
I'm not saying like I can have a smell that doesn't bother me and still not
No,
want it to smell.
what I'm saying is, what I mean by is, you don't notice it after a while.
Yeah, but I'm still
That's what I mean.
saying no. I'm just saying if I had an option of this smelling at all and not smelling at all, then the answer would be not smelling at all, regardless of if I got used to it or not, doesn't matter. Like you'd still choose the option of it not smelling, right? That doesn't.
Huh. But I come back to my earlier argument. There's people that would enjoy the smell because it's something they grew up with.
Well, but
That love that
okay,
that love that ranch life.
you've lost all.
Hmm.
You're not understanding my argument, I guess.
So, and what I'm telling you Was my earlier point is there's some people who would enjoy the smell of a farm over not having the smell. It's a matter of preference.
I I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying that
Then what's
I
the
don't.
problem?
Oh,
I
because
can understand you don't like it, but
because you
I'm
kept
not talking about you, Okami.
no, no, no,
That's
no.
all I'm.
Pat, let me say something. You said like 50 things and then didn't let me answer one. Like,
Sure.
like I said, and then you rebutted with, "Well, I got used to it." That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm saying so you'd rather it not smell in general, but you got used to it, so it's okay.
What
Uh,
I'm saying is that doesn't mean that
okay.
it's I got
The,
used. It means it doesn't bother me. But what my initial point, Okami, was some people would enjoy it because that's something they grew up with or something they like the smell of. People are different. They have preferences. That was the first point that I made.
yeah, and I didn't talk like I said that was weird. I didn't say anything against it. Why can't I have an opinion that not smell
Oh,
something
because
not smelling is
you keep saying, well, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, but all I was saying is people. There are people that do. You kept going back to, well, I don't like it, and I just said, well, let me
no, I
finish.
didn't. And then you said the point of, well, I got used to it, and I was like, well, cause that point doesn't matter because that point it means that you didn't like the smell originally.
I mean, I imagine for
It's an
and
acquired taste, you know.
It's a
also considering that
see.
I've probably
That's the point that I'm making of
well
it. Well, you don't want to acquire.
well and
That
what I was
means
trying
you
to say
smell it too.
also what to say for me getting used to it. My
Means
earliest memories were on the
you
farm,
like it.
so I probably got used to it before I could even remember. So I couldn't tell you if I never liked it at one point.
Mm, I don't know. I like dogs. I wouldn't like them to smell.
Okay, but it's not like there's just this unless you go in maybe the area where the cows are kept during like certain weather conditions. There's no real super bad odor just being on the farm. But once you get to where it's at, it's a little more noticeable. But it's not like it never bothered me. I don't remember if I ever even noticed it, to be honest.
All right, I get it. You like the smell of cow poop. The end.
I'm just saying a bit. Just I don't even think I remember noticing it because it's just there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely notice it. It's just you're like you said used to it, and I'm like,
There's a thing called nose blind too. When you're around a smell enough, your body just starts ignoring it. So it's like a survival thing.
I get that, but I can still have the opinion of, well, then you actually wouldn't want it to smell. It's just
Okay.
your body got used to it, and I
And
don't
my
see why
initial point
that's
was
a
some people
problem.
would like it.
But that's the yeah. If they have to get used to a smell to like it, do they actually like it?
I mean, who
That
knows?
is the question.
I didn't know that I liked the smell of oysters until I was already adult because it was something I grew up with.
Yeah. Like I actually enjoy the smell of fish, but the initial hit, probably not.
Eh, anyway,
But we were talking about the news because you weren't here, so I didn't want to go into
I
anime
heard
right
something
a
about
bit.
people trying to come here.
Yeah. Oh no, it was about the ice thing and everything like that.
It's all about the ice thing.
Well, I actually don't think it is. Like they just released a lot of Epstein files. What 2 days
Well, yeah,
ago?
that's the thing right now too.
And they're like all up in arms that Trump has mentioned I don't know how many times, and it's like half the time like it's not even logging him there or anything, it's just logging them having conversations about Trump and how they don't like him.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, why? You're like, because people are just pointing out he's mentioned over however many times.
The only
um
thing I've seen, I haven't really paid attention to a lot of stuff regarding it. I just know that right now Bill Gates is, I guess, lawyering up
and
or something.
Elon Musk,
Yeah.
he's mentioned in there quite a bit, which I thought was, I always thought that he never wanted them released, so I
Right.
didn't. But then, like, there's probably a lot of other people in there that they don't want it being a story about.
Oops.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about the Epstein stuff right now?
Me or Cobalt?
Anybody?
I haven't really been paying attention to it. I've been trying to enjoy my life this weekend.
I think it's pretty heavily sanitized.
I agree, but they can't release a
Probably
lot
over
of
the
stuff.
last like 6 years, 8 years, thing that implicates anyone of importance.
Well, did you see that they
Just
essentially took out a lot of stuff? Like, not took out, like they
Redacted.
actually released. No, they actually released the unredacted versions this past week. Yeah, that's what was released 2 days ago. They didn't tell anybody.
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's like it's like thousands and thousands of files and stuff that you can actually look up now. The only
I'm not gonna
thing,
lie to you, I'm not gonna bother reading all that. I'm gonna wait.
well,
for
no,
somebody.
I don't think anybody's going to bother reading it. I got curious when they said like
Oh no,
Trump's in
like I
there.
can guarantee you, like there's some mentally ill person on the left and a mentally ill that's gonna go line by line trying to witch hunt the other side.
Mm,
They both get done. I'll get a progress report for both.
there you, yeah. I mean, that's kind
Yeah,
of,
it's too early to say anything about that shit. The funniest thing was I saw a thing a while back where that guy Devil Artemis does these animations, and he did one where like it was supposed to be Cell fighting Donald Trump, and it just turned into some arguing, and then Joe Biden comes in over, and eventually Obama puts a stop to it. And in their final showdown, it's like my ultimate move, the Epstein files. And after the move lands, they all hit the ground because they're all in the files.
mm.
It's like that sounds fair.
At the same time, why is Obama stopping a war? Wait a
It
second.
it was just somebody's animation, dog.
I know they chose the wrong person.
No, it's not that he was stopping a war. He was stopping Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump and Joe Biden. But
Oh, I
when he
thought they were
unleashed the
fighting
Epstein
Cell.
files, they all went down.
Yeah, I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, at one point, I'm pretty sure all three of them were good friends. So,
They all
What?
were friends with Trump until he ran for president.
Oh yeah, everybody was. But it has been well regarded that Trump hated Epstein, and Epstein hated Trump. Like they're seen in photos posing and stuff together, but they like that was a common before he became president. That was a like common knowledge between all the people that like flew together and stuff. They hated each
Again,
other.
I'm waiting to see like stuff come up. But like, was this just like a public event or on Epstein's island that he's posing those photos? That's the thing. Everybody
Oh, I
takes
have
photos
no
with
idea.
other
I
people.
don't.
Everybody takes photos with everybody at public events. They're like, oh hey, look, this person taking
Oh
pictures
no,
with the camera.
the
That was
photos
fine.
they post are always of them like at a party or something like that.
Yeah.
It's never when he's like
Oh
there.
my god, he took a
Yeah,
picture with Epstein.
yeah, they do that to Trump, and I get it. Like I'm not one. I don't think Trump is uh what's the word, innocent in all of this. I think he knew what was going on and didn't put a stop to it, which makes him just as liable as everyone else,
Well,
in my
I was
opinion. But
I
I
was
don't think he in partook as they keep saying, because he didn't. Like they, even from the stuff I searched up that I kept trying to find that people were saying, then the only reason I searched this up is because I kept getting stupid news articles about Trump's and this and this and like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna look it up at this point, and I can't find anything that's like he went somewhere or he went to whatever island. The only thing I could ever find was like him, Epstein, jotting down that Hillary, Obama, and a couple other people can't stand Trump's policies because this was all it was listed like during his first term of the stuff they just hated, and he's mentioned like thousands of times because it's literally Hillary saying how much she hates Trump. And I'm like, okay, what are they saying? That he's just there? What like I don't, I wish that people like, I kind of just wish the news would report the news completely like it, not accurately, that's not the word, like they have to tell the truth. They can't
Honestly,
lie about it, or they can't sugarcoat it. I don't know what I'm like.
report the news honestly.
Well, but they are. Technically they are. And that's what I'm saying. Quit with the technical.
It's a matter of framing, though. They frame stories in a way that make it sound incriminating.
It's not even
really
incriminating.
honest to frame something dishonestly.
True, but it's not illegal. So therefore it's not wrong.
It's not defamation.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he was there. He was like, it never says he was on the island. Yeah, or he was, it is like literally Trump was mentioned thousands of times. That's literally what it says in the Epstein files. It says Trump is literally in the Epstein file thousands of times, but that's because the people that are in the Epstein files talking to Epstein are mentioning Trump thousands of times, not that he's doing anything in it. And that's the thing I'm like, okay. And like, I want you to find everything wrong with Donald Trump. Please, somebody find something wrong with this man. Because I hate defending it. that's my thing. It's like, I hate having to defend a guy I don't really care for. I don't like Donald Trump as a person, but as a politician, like, I can find a lot of people I don't like as a person that I actually like them as a politician. Like, I don't like John McCain at all and his policies and stuff, but I actually kind of like him as a guy. I mean, he's a war hero. Like, whether I believe the war is correct or anything doesn't matter. He's an outstanding character for the military, so I'm fine with him. But as a politician, I hate the guy. You know, like, and it's like, it's the same thing for Donald Trump, but the opposite. I think his character's horrible. I think he may be like, a really, really bad person, but I hate but they keep making me defend it because you're telling me stuff that didn't happen. Like, that's what I don't like. It's like, just tell me the truth and let me hate him let me actually hate his character without having to defend the guy on that stuff. But heaven forbid, I actually really like his policies. Because all of his policies are quit asking the government to do something for you and do it yourself. But that's just how he has lived his life. Yeah, he might have had $1 million to do it with, but he still lived his whole life that way. I mean, that's just my I guess my pet peeve with the news is like, you can, put it any way you want, but just quit making like me defend Trump to regular people because regular people don't want to do their own research. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how you solve that either.
I had an overseas friend when I was asking about how he felt about certain current events, mentioned that Trump was a pedophile president. I was just like,
It's like, if he is, okay, fine. So we've had at least 4 straight that I know of.
I mean, it's kind of guilty. Not saying I justify it at all. He is in there for that kind of stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing the guy get locked up because somebody's got to pay for that shit. All of them should, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Let's make J.D. Vance president. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Like,
she's gonna get real active if J.D.
I'm not a friend of the Go ahead.
Originally, I wouldn't have been a huge fan of him, but the longer he's been there,
He sounds
grown
like
on me a little bit.
he sounds like the most sane person in politics, and that's not a high mark, but it is still a mark.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is look at
I
the
mean,
Senate
when the bar's
and the
that
House, and
low.
everybody's just like acting like straight up lunatics. And you're like, all right, well,
I'll,
there's one sane man in there somewhere.
uh,
You're
I'll
not giving
take
me a lot of options over here.
I'll take the guy who's literally making his profile picture the meme the left made because he thinks it's funny as well. I'll take that guy over the people who are literally involved in the pedophile ring. Like,
He told that rage baiter from I can't remember what the guy's name, like Nick Fuentes or something, go eat shit. But that was because the dude assaulted his wife, so I'm like, I can get behind that.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on Fuentes and other people like that because I feel like I still have not heard the truth when it comes to those people. Because
Oh no,
people,
Nick Fuentes does say some like out of pocket shit, but he does that on purpose. That's where he gets his views from.
well, that's what I mean. Is like I'm tired of hearing it from other people, and then when I go look up the literal quote, and I actually watch him say it, it's out of context, and it's always something I would like almost agree with half the time.
I don't know. I've heard some in context stuff from him that was pretty rough. So I mean, I'm
I
not really a
haven't,
fan of the guy
so
either way, but I don't care either.
I haven't, but that's because I'm not searching for the stuff that
Hell
I'm
no.
not listening to
I'm
Nick
not going my way
Fuentes.
to see that shit.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Nick Fuentes. I'm like, people are saying Nick Fuentes says this, so I go and look up that specific quote and figure out where it's from and watch the context. And every time I've done that, the context has been, that's not that bad. Like, why are y'all going up in arms about this? Like, and I've never gone past that. So like, I've never gone into it looking for more because I don't care about the guy. Yeah, it's the same with like, what's his name? That got banned on everything.
Tate?
No. The other, the making the frogs gay.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, it's the same with him. Like every time somebody said like he did this, I'm like, okay, let me go look at the context because I'm sure they're not giving it to me, and I've never find anything like horrible. But like I did watch the interview with
Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones and what's the big podcast guy? Dang it, I can't remember names right now.
Rogan.
Yeah, I watched that one. And in that one I'm be like, okay, yes, I do not agree with Alex Jones on a lot of this. But a lot of what he's saying is just his opinion and doesn't really matter anyway, so I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, that's like when people say like they said this and horrible things and all this, and I'm like, okay, let me go watch, figure it out, and it's never as bad as what they put out, and that bothers me a lot. Bothers me all the time, so that's why I've just given up on all that stuff. But now we can move into we'll move back into the number 2 topic unless y'all have more to say.
Not really.
About the news or whatever. Donald Trump, Alex Jones. All right.
I did see it one passing thing talking about how back to Nick Fuentes, him, Tate, and like a couple other people who are also unpopular for rage reasons are partying in Miami and listening to that fucking song by what's his goddamn name, Kanye West, the Heil Hitler song, and it got more attention to him. Like, why do y'all even bother paying attention to these guys?
Yeah,
y'all only making them more powerful.
And then I also think, okay, that is something I think is very strange. Is Kanye West like? The guy's a rapper. Why are you getting any political views from this guy?
I mean, it's a meme, all right.
Well, I get
The dude,
that.
the dude
I'm
was
fine
always
with the
kind of off
meme.
kilter, but people just didn't realize it. I think.
Yeah, like he literally. I mean, maybe it's just me. Like making songs about gold diggers and other things, and like and all the stuff he did. I'm like, okay, I'm never going to come to this guy for advice. That's
I'm not
just
really not really a rap fan, but in all
not
honesty,
really a
he
gold
really
digger.
was. He no, he was actually he really was good at making music. Like but
Oh
he's
yeah.
always been kind of crazy, and people just didn't realize it until he started popping off.
I mean,
Mm.
like I'm not. I don't like rap music, so I can't. Like I've never sat down and listened to Kanye West. I've heard Gold
I've only heard him
Digger.
on the radio.
Yeah, I've heard Gold Digger. I've heard what's the one that it was not too long ago.
About God.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that, but I really haven't listened to much of his stuff. I would not take any of his advice ever. And so like his opinion doesn't matter to me, and I wonder why it does for everyone else. That's what I always
It's just
come
going
back
back to
to.
he's a famous person, so they take everything you say
Yes,
seriously.
yeah,
It just
that's
always is.
and that's the strangest thing to me. I'm like, even with Taylor Swift, I'm like, okay, why do y'all care what her political views are? She's not a political person. Like, of
No, it's
course
like
she has some weird ones. She's
I think
an
I think it
artist.
was it, it was first Biden and then Kamala Harris who had a bunch of celebrities campaigning for them. Oh,
Yeah.
especially with Kamala Harris, they found out how much money they spent actually paying those artists to campaign for her. But yeah, that's they try to get their fan base to be like, oh, like because people who when you got people who are defending R. Kelly because they were fans of R. Kelly, that just gives you an idea how powerful somebody's notoriety can be. Like there were actually people who were threatening people who were attacking P Diddy for what he did because they were still fans of P Diddy. I'm like, are y'all serious? P
Yeah,
Diddy? Are y'all
like
defending P Diddy?
eh, I mean, I don't I just don't care.
But that's just it. That's the power. That's the power of being famous. People who like you for who you are going to defend you. Hell, what did the Kardashians ever do besides just be the Kardashians? But they have people like lining up to defend them anytime something happens.
I don't know.
It's just the
Yeah,
power of being famous, man.
you're farther than I am. Like my thing is like if they're not in politics, then they either one, they don't know what they're talking about, or two, they know what they're talking about and that is literally all they speak on and nothing else. Like quit making opinions for them because they haven't said anything about it most of the time. Usually it's just they give their opinion of what's going on at like in this one instance, and that's all they know. And that's literally
The
it.
funny meme that's made a comeback is basically people saying like these fictional characters wouldn't stand up for these things being done. So it's like people are like, how do you know what your fictional character would like or not like? Like that's it's
Thank you
the
for the hydrate, Uzume, and welcome.
oops me.
Yeah.
So it's been funny seeing those are like really like they're basically fanficking their favorite character to be like yeah they
Yeah.
would support this stuff like really
I mean
that's
like I my one of my biggest pet peeves is bringing up like dead people into it. It's like Abraham Lincoln
God
wouldn't stand for this. It's like what do you mean? like you have no idea what his policies were. He was actually going to be okay with slavery for a bit, and then he decided
it's
not. Like
he
they
was working
didn't take.
towards getting rid of it because he claimed to not like it, but he didn't get rid of it immediately because
Well,
he was trying to keep the union. He was
He
trying to keep the union together.
Yeah, he gave them an out. The South said no because it'll affect states' rights at that point. And then he said, okay, then no out. And I get it. Like, that's a great thing. It's awesome that that happened. But at the same time, he was going to allow slavery but then and the South just didn't say yes. Oh, gosh.
If he follows the pattern of any other president, he probably would have waited until a second term to get slavery banned.
Yeah, but I don't get people's thoughts on like George Washington wouldn't like how do you know like the guy might have just conquered the world because he was that good of a general. Now granted he didn't want power, but like
He gave it to him anyway.
yeah, like I don't get people's thoughts on that like dead like that. And then they hold in regard some of the greatest known conquerors ever. It's like these people would have taken over the world if possible, and you would not have liked it.
Oh, well, they say that about America. The fact that we didn't just start seizing power around the world after World War II was kind of unprecedented.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely so. All right, well, let's get into top chill anime. What a what a transition here.
Right? Something not chill, something chill.
Yeah, something very chill. But what are some anime you watch just to like relax, man?
Freyrin would be one.
Really? You relax to it?
Yeah, dude. Most Freyrin is just them, just walking around towns and having misadventures, like just buying things and getting upset about it. Like there's actually not a lot of action in that show.
I get mad because the next episode's not out, so it's hard for
It's
me
not
to.
out.
No, I mean like it is now, but once we finish that episode, then the other one's not out, so I get mad. I cannot relax. I cannot relax. I need to see the next one.
Season 3, episode 3 is right here. I could just click play right now.
True.
Gotcha.
So that's your. It's one of yours.
That's one of the first one because dude, Freyrin is actually very laid back for the most part. They're just a bunch of people just walking around enjoying the scenery, trying to get somewhere. Now they have some bumps in the road, and that's when things get kind of hectic. But it's not like just like we're gonna have this epic battle every episode. It's mostly chill and a lot of remembering.
Yeah, it's at least like 30 or 40% like flashbacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Himmel had us commission a statue. Good times.
Yeah.
Hi, Himmel.
Let's see.
Right.
Relaxing in.
Your anime you can relax to. I mean, if putting on DBZ in the background is your relaxing.
Well, I did that with Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Re-zero so I can listen to that dude scream every 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You need death screams every 30 seconds. That's how you relax. It's just death screams in the background.
Nah, I don't watch a lot of relaxing anime. I'll have to.
I mean, it's just things that you would find just
history.
Chill. There's probably some good comedies that I'd find chill for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, talking about one of mine that I think Pat might not agree is relaxing, but he might agree that is a great show. Is Tomo Chen is a girl. I would definitely watch this one just in the back.
It's very, very funny. That's what I can definitely agree with. I can see chilling out to that because yeah, it's just you can have it on the background if you had like the English dub on, then just start laughing because you know some crazy shit just happened. Oh, Bochi the Rock would probably be good for that too.
All right. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, another one for me.
For sure. Which when it does have some of the best action animation ever in anime. It's just they were just having fun when they did that.
Yeah. I still gotta watch the shorts. I haven't watched that one. The little shorts animations.
I don't know if you consider Spike's Family relaxing.
I do. I have that on my list as relaxing, but I still haven't seen season 3. So
I haven't finished season 2. I'm like 80% done with it.
I have seen all of season 2 that I know
I probably can't relax to Konosuba. Him being stressed out stresses me the fuck out.
of.
Man, he goes through so much shit because of those women.
All right.
Let's be honest, Cosmo's fucking weird too.
Yeah. All right. One of the most relaxing shows, in my opinion, is one I have mentioned several times and even recommended. It is School Babysitters.
Oh dear.
You know, hilarious comedy about little kids in a babysitting, like in a school, doing random stuff. Hilarious.
Speaking of children, let's see. What's the title of this one again? I haven't started watching it, but I'm very familiar with the series, and this probably would be a relaxing one too. The Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind.
I am. It's in the list. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
only 5 episodes are out right now, so definitely it's all just good times. I know enough about it because I've read a bit of the manga back in the day. It's just wholesome goodness, very very relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Do.
Look at that face, you can't be mad.
Got by the grace of the gods, the kid with the cleaning slimes.
Oh god, yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Is that
I had to go back really far in my watch history.
That one's also like a low stress isekai.
is that the 300 slimes, or is that
No.
by
This
the
guy,
grace of the gods? It's in my watch list, so I haven't seen it yet.
it's just he reincarnated like a god. Like, hey, look, you hit your head and you passed away. We're gonna give
Yeah.
you a leg up and all this stuff, but he literally is just chilling through his entire life. Hold, my dad's calling. I'll be right back.
Have you seen season 2, Cobalt?
Looks like I've seen all of season 2 except for the final episode.
Oof. Stopped one episode
I
short.
watched that like 3 years ago, right before the final episode came out.
Yeah.
Got to finish it.
This probably wasn't that entertaining to you then.
Well,
or it might have been. If you finished it, then. I mean, if you got that far, then yeah. Do 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 do. All right. I'm not waiting for Pat anymore, but Lucky Star, because I'm an original weeb or otaku, as they were called back then. So I do enjoy me some Lucky Star and Haruhi Suzumiya, or My Ordinary Life, Nichijou.
This is one that I remember watching, but I don't remember a whole lot about what it's about. Parallel World Pharmacy. I just remember the main character was like a doctor.
I have still not seen that one. It's in my watch list. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no fighting or anything in it. I remember. There might be fighting in it, actually. It's been a long time.
I mean, fighting can be relaxing.
It depends.
Yeah. Teasing Master Tagaki-san. I still have not seen season 3, so I need to watch that. The Helpful Fox Senko-san. Another one that is a great watch. Let's see. Blend S. That's a fun one. I would say I put most comedies not in the background, but I just watch and then, like, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep, and then I just go back to where I can remember and watch again.
What about In Another World with my smartphone?
I watched the first season. I still haven't seen the second season, so
It's I'd say it's probably not an overly serious anime or isekai.
I mean I can watch serious anime and relax.
Years. I don't
Oh,
remember.
for that matter, Campfire Cooking in Another World is kind of laid back.
Mm-hmm. Catch Me at the Ballpark. Pretty good one.
That's an interesting one, to say the least.
Oh, you've watched that one, huh? That one was
Episodes
new.
1 through 5 or 6, one of the two. I got halfway through it.
Catch me.
It's about.
Very
Is it just a girl who's a sports fan?
No, she's a beer. What do you call it? Beer girl at a.
She's a server.
At a ballpark. Yeah. But then, yeah, it's about a salary man essentially, and then it delves into like all the different people's lives and why they're at the ballpark.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be more baseball focused, and the further I got in, the more I realized this was.
I will say towards the end, it does get there.
Oh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to draw some random inspiration for this shit.
Flying Witch.
I actually thought about that. Was one of the first ones I thought about.
Yep, Flying Witch is definitely relaxing.
Yeah. No, nothing's as relaxing as Haikyuu.
Never watched.
With the loud main character. Do makes Naruto seem quiet.
Hey, I would say as like a teenager, I probably like I was relaxing to Naruto. Like that wasn't a serious series for me. So
Well, there's like a lot of shonen stuff. There's a lot of episodes where not much is happening. It's just like exposition and just them just doing random stuff.
yeah, or One Piece as well. That's how I got through
I
it.
don't know. If Luffy was my captain, I'd be stressed the fuck out.
Well, but I mean, like there was so much in between actual arcs. So, used to I would rewatch stuff to relax and just let my mind wander. So I've seen like Bakemonogatari and Nisamonogatari like 3 or 4 times.
It's just
But
a lot of dialogue.
I still haven't finished that series. I am on. Where am I? I don't even know anymore. Let me see. Okay, I've watched all of season 2, or what's called season 2, I should say. In Hanamamonogatari. I don't know where I am. Actually, that's why I haven't got back into it yet. Because I know there's series off and monster season. I know there's like other malevolent spirits Monogatari. Oh, is that even part of? No, that's not. That's a different show altogether. But I know there's more. I just don't know where I am. So I might have to rewatch it all again to figure out where it was.
What about Ascendance of a Bookworm?
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, I would say yes, but that's one me and Ange love watching together. So it's not like I wouldn't say it's not relaxing, but it's like I'm ready for the next episode. I want to go.
It's just methodical progression. Like it's slow and steady. So it's not exactly like Like it's kind of chill for the most part because she's just working towards her goal, but at a very slow pace.
Yeah. Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Oh dear. I mean, if you find war that stressful, I mean that's fine with you. I'll go watch House.
After watching it one time, I can watch that thing millions of times and be perfectly fine. I love that anime so much.
Go watch Made in Abyss and relax at that.
I have yeah, I did to the first season. Now I need to watch the second. Still haven't.
Oh, speaking of, at my D&D session last night, the guy who's normally my DM, he recommended to our friends "So I'm a Spider, So What."
Yep.
I was so
Yeah.
happy.
Anch has all the novels for it. I thought
It's
about
good
reading
stuff.
it.
Okay, so here, this is a samurai that I have not, or sorry, a an anime that I have not watched in many years, starring Samuel L. Jackson,
Oh no,
Samurai.
it's Afro
Afro
Samurai.
Samurai.
Yeah.
If you consider that relaxing,
Oh, yes, you do. You put it on the background and just hear the motherfucker, and you're good. You're
Afro
relaxed.
doesn't cuss that much, but his little imaginary friend certainly does.
Right,
Although
Samuel L. Jackson is relaxing, right?
He
I was
is.
I was watching these guys talk about it was for comedy. They were talking about the top aura farmers in anime and Afro one. I'm like, yeah, because that's all he does for every episode of that show is just fucking aura farm every episode. But it's just what he does.
Yeah. I would say back in the day, Chobits.
Chobits. Yeah, I can see that.
I definitely relax
Not
that.
s- not Sakura.
Ah, sure. But I only watched that one once. I want to say like Hyakka Samurai Girls. I probably watched that more, actually.
I'd say about 90% of Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy is relaxing because it's just the guy just trying to live his life in another world, and then the other 10% is him getting dragged into some kind of conflict he don't want no part of. That first 90% is golden, but the other 10%, the poor bastard can't catch a break.
Um,
The Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle.
I don't know about that one.
Have you seen that one?
Nope. Oh, wait.
Basic.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
If Cobalt you have is I don't know if you've seen it, but basically the main character is this princess who got kidnapped by the demons, and she keeps escaping herself because she can't sleep on their bed. It's uncomfortable. She keeps trying to find ways to improve her living conditions without the demons knowing about it, and it just causes a little bit of a ruckus. But it's funny. I need to watch that.
A lot of the etchy anime I have to get through just by relaxing because I'm like, okay, these
High
like
school DxD.
yeah, a bit, especially the first and second season because I wasn't that interested until they started getting into the chess match. So,
Yeah. Um, if it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat the demon lord.
yeah, I've only seen it once, so
It's pretty chill.
Oh, what's that one anime about the dude that plays the piano?
Oh, your
Your
line,
line,
April.
April.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can only relax when the main character dies. So
Main character. I thought he lived.
one of the main characters.
The female lead, you mean?
Yeah, she's not the lead anymore. Mwahaha.
The story's over with too, and he moves to France and leaves his childhood friend behind.
They'll get married later. It doesn't matter. Oh, wait, have you not finished that?
No, I have.
No, I meant Cobalt. I was he.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. We're just going
I
into
mean,
it.
he's
It's...
the one that brought it up, so you gotta
I know,
assume.
that's why we just... Yeah, so
Well,
long story
the
short,
problem
she dies
is,
she dies of cancer.
She dies of something.
Well, it's cancer. But yeah.
Oh no, it's the right one. I watched that episode on Crunchy.
By the way, the more I've seen come out for isekai stuff, Reborn as a vending machine does not seem as bad as it used to.
Mm, I
Yeah,
still haven't watched
the
it.
quality is slowly deteriorating.
Well, I mean, it's just the things they come up with now. Like, there's an anime coming out for Reborn as the Hero's Rib. I am not making this up.
That sounds awesome. All right. My love
Oh,
story.
that's pretty deep.
My love
Go ahead.
story is good. Relaxing.
I can see it.
My wife is the student council president. I can't understand my husband. It's a funny one.
You're just listening to slice of life shit now.
The ice guy and the cool female colleague.
Uh-huh.
Recovery of an MMO junkie.
Uh-huh.
That's not slice of life. That one's funny, and
Yes,
I
it
like
is.
it, and it's great.
It can be a slice of life and still be funny.
Mm. Bum. I think we're almost done with it. Hyoko, you can. I like Hyoko.
Yeah. Although dealing with her, I'm curious bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So Cobalt, you like cracklins?
Cracklins.
Cracklins.
Good.
Cracklin fuel. What was that?
You can keep those. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat them, but I made some. My dad's gonna eat them.
Right.
Make something you won't eat.
Well, the reason I bought a Boston butt roast, and if you know anything about those slices of meat, they have a lot of fat, like on the backside.
Mm-hmm.
And to make crackling is just a byproduct of making lard. So I just did it for the hell of it. I don't know because my dad also likes them. But if you just cut up the fat that you cut up that you trim off of the Boston butt roast or any kind of pork for that matter, and you just cook it in a pan until all the lard comes out, and then it eventually fries the remaining stuff the fat's that it's made out of, and the fat becomes cracklins. So that's part of the reason I don't like them is they're just fried fat.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, a Kakaishi, I would say I relaxed through that through half of that.
I mean, you kind of got to turn your brain off with that main character.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Same with
Joe.
Inuyasha.
A little bit.
All
I had
right.
a friend that loved Inuyasha.
Well, let's get to the next thing. Bu- bu- Any other news or anything y'all got?
Let's see. GTA 6 getting pushed back again, probably.
Is it?
I mean, they said it was still in production, but there was a fire at the main studio. It's like a week ago.
November 19th, 2026.
Oh, they still got set for 2026. I don't
Yeah.
think it'll last, but that's cool.
Yeah. People are still playing Arc Raiders, and I think this is the only reason. Oh, I'm seeing early 2027 on some videos now. But yeah.
The thing is, Arc Raiders, I wouldn't say it's dead, just the hype around the game has died down.
Yeah. I don't know. I still.
OpenAI might go bankrupt by 2027.
It's already bankrupt. If they ask for money from them, they're bankrupt. But they haven't asked, so they just keep spending.
Well, also they're talking about putting ads in Chat GPT. So even if you pay for Chat GPT, you're gonna get ads for it.
Yeah, it checks out.
I mean, I don't care.
Even that's just putting like a band-aid on the money they're hemorrhaging.
I don't use it, so. I don't care.
Do I? And I think Microsoft is already one of their partners, so more than likely what's going to happen when they do end up going out of business is Microsoft's just going to scoop up what remains and do something with it.
Is it just me, or is it like you think it's a good thing that like AI is not doing well?
Part of
Because
me does think it's a good thing.
because I think that people using AI to do stuff they normally didn't like use, like or like for kids writing papers and stuff, it's a bad thing. But then like I don't, I almost think programmers using it to not do their work is a problem. It's like you're not learning programming, then you're just just copy and pasting, which what they do most of the time anyway, but they still had to learn a little bit.
Yeah, figure out, troubleshoot, find out what parts of the code is the problem and shit.
Mm.
Can't troubleshoot anymore. AI's job.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is why we can't go to the moon anymore.
Well, we haven't been able to since the 60s, so.
Yeah, back then we had like very tailored craftsmen who would make very specific parts for cities to work, and now they can't even do that.
I think they keep saying like there was a, or I could say I've heard from a few people that there's because the way our makeup was back then, we don't have the immune system to get past whatever barrier it is now. But
I think you're talking about the radiation belt around the planet.
yeah,
I don't think that's the case, but
or it's the way the metal was or something back in the 60s that happened. But at the same time, I'm like, well, why can't they like? One, I don't think everything was lost. I think that's wrong to say. Like they just say like that's lost technology. I don't think it was lost technology. I think it was just the regulation does not allow us to do that anymore, type thing.
So part of what happened between the 60s and all, that's had a pretty big effect on making things that we haven't made in 50 years, 60 years. Is like our production facilities these days are unbelievably clean. So contaminants in the 60s existed in the equipment and in the production areas that they have discovered in trying to remanufacture some things for nukes most recently was actually a necessary part of the production process because they were trying to recreate materials that they hadn't made in 50 years and it was never coming out right because the contaminants were actually required in order to get the material the way.
Well, I can also look at it this way: if you build a part that was made in imperfect conditions, it'll probably survive imperfect conditions. That could be a part of it too.
True.
But I also remember another relaxing anime, My Neighbor Seki-kun.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very laid back, very chill. Although that girl got stressed the fuck out sometimes.
Yeah, you weren't here when I was just listing off like Lucky Star and things like that.
I don't know. Konada's funny on screen, but I would get tired of that bitch. She pissed me off eventually.
What do you mean? She's perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, and if
She's
just
basically she's a single man in a teenage girl's body.
and if she's just like her mom and doesn't like age.
Me and her dad.
No, her mom.
I've never seen her mom in that show.
Yeah, they showed pictures of her and she looked just like Konata. She was literally just the same. And they was like, oh, old was she? And he's like 28.
Stuck in that body.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway. What else was there?
Well, I mean, VTuber stuff going on. People talking about new actions going to be had on how they do the contracts and other things. And then also if they I don't know, it's weird. Like there's still Twitch trying to push back on some VTuber stuff because like they allow some things for IRL, but then they don't allow it for VTubers, which is kind of strange. Whether it be clothing or
Yes, Twitch always has weird restrictions on VTubers.
yeah,
It's always been controversial that they didn't reflect that in the IRL streamers. Like initially was the hot tub shit.
yeah. And I say the most people getting affected by it are not, which aren't getting affected, which is strange to me, is VR chat is not getting affected at all, which is funny. Well, it's just because they can't do anything because technically in VR chat,
It's a video game.
well, they're in a game that they could get them for showing something like a naked body or something, but they can't
Hips.
really do anything else. No, not even hips. They can't. Like it's
A while back, hips were banned. Like you couldn't show your hips
that was
on VTuber.
yeah, that was VTubers, not the people that use VR chat still could
That's what I'm saying.
and still can, as far as I know.
I was saying like you can't get away as a VTuber, but on VR chat you can get away showing your hips.
Yeah.
Double standards.
Which doesn't make sense because a lot of the models were made through VR chat system, the whatever blender or something they used. But yeah, it's a weird one. And then YouTube, I don't know what YouTube is going to do. But I think YouTube's actually I think they're at least more what's the word?
Forgiving?
No, they're less forgiving, but they have set rules. Like
Yeah, they apply to everybody evenly.
yeah. They're just rules and you have to follow them. Yeah, very unbiased. And so people don't care. But yeah.
That's why YouTube keeps printing money.
Mm-hmm. And I
Now
don't know.
YouTube does care when you talk about certain topics, but again, they do enforce that equally.
Well, I kind of disagree on that one. But yeah. All right. Well, guess we'll go on to the hot take of the week, which kind of has to do with what we were just talking about. Entertainment, specifically streamers, VTubers, etc., has hurt social society. And when I mean social society, I actually am referring to like how people function in society and how they talk to each other, not whatever they want to claim it is, or whatever people want to say social society is.
I half disagree with you on that. I think it's actually more just social media in general that's caused a kind of a decay in societal or like ethics in society.
I kind of see where you're coming from, but my pushback on this is people that would normally be like more in tune with other people and going out and doing things are now inside because it's their job.
Know that. You could argue that even actors and whatnot had to go outside for their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree for the same reason, but like, I was thinking about entertainment harming society. It's like all
It's always
the
been an issue.
influencers and like prank streamers.
Well, that's kind of again more of a social media problem because people are doing what they can for likes and clicks. There when the whole anti-social social stuff started probably because it was the streamer boom and VTuber boom of caused by COVID. That's when people weren't allowed to go outside from the day they
I
got infected. That's when
partially disagree with that because like people were still to a point slow like yes that heightened it, but I think they
it
would
fast
have
forwarded it.
they eventually got to that point anyway.
No, it was coming along because there were plenty of popular streamers or people who just did like video game. They just did videos and posted them on whatever social platform
Yeah.
they had on. But it, like I said, it really hit the boom. Things just like fast forward like probably a whole fucking decade thanks to COVID because people were stuck going outside. They needed something to do. Some people started streaming. Some people started watching
Mm-hmm.
streamers. Like hell, that basically made Hollow Life what it is. Was fucking
Yeah,
the COVID
I
boom.
mean I agree that 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 forced it forward, but I'd also say that we were eventually coming to this point. It's just that was way made it way faster. But I would the thing is like I don't know. Do you think more people drink nowadays or less?
No, it's still average. In fact,
But
I'd say we might say they drink less now.
that's what I was gonna say. Is I think it's less, and it's like we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I really don't believe in social drinking or that you need it necessarily. But I also think that going out now is not a thing anyone does to go and drink
Well,
type thing.
and again, that's because
But back then they
look,
did.
look at America 100 years ago. Like social, having things to do while socializing was so big. When they banned alcohol, ice cream parlors boomed because people needed something to talk to to do while talking to each other, and they would eat ice cream. That's that caused the birth of the cheese caves once they stopped banning alcohol. But that's just an idea. Like Americans always needed that thing, but now that we also America's way more health oriented these days, so a lot of people are moving away from alcohol and just doing other things.
Social drinking I grew up in. You did
I mean,
not.
fuck.
No, I grew up in a dry county, dude.
Oh, in a county. Okay, I read that wrong. I thought it said country.
Alabama still has dry counties,
I
even
think there's a couple
today.
Mississippi too,
Cool.
but not where I live.
But
Nice.
In fact, let's see.
I don't know.
When you say grew up to what age?
Let's see. I mean, between like 15 and 23.
When did you
Mississippi
have
has
your first
31 dry
drink?
counties.
I had my first drink like a month or two after I turned 21.
Oh wow. You
Oh,
actually wait.
their county is considered dry or moist. I guess moist means you're only allowed to sell alcohol at certain times or however long.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like up here, it's just um, it's taxed, so they just have like
Oh,
only certain places that can sell alcohol because you have to buy it. You have to buy the right to do it.
Pearl River actually have to go there for work sometimes.
Yeah, well, so in that line of thinking, like we weren't really a dry county because licenses for alcohol sales, like at restaurants, were a thing. You could apply for them. They
no,
just didn't approve them.
yeah, no, ours was not even. Ours is even like beer distributors have to apply up here in PA. Everyone
It
has
says
to apply.
it says PA has no dry counties in 2019, but they have 683 municipalities that are at least partially dry, restricting and prohibiting the sale of alcohol at a local level. So you don't have
Yeah.
dry
Yeah.
counties, but you have some municipalities that do have
No, no,
some
no. What
soft
I'm
beer.
saying that I don't think like I what do you what
Well,
it depends on
that's
what you mean by dry county, but at the same time I
It's
wasn't
partially.
making that argument. I was making the argument of they like the Butler area, which is I guess Butler County. We only have a certain amount of licenses, and then after that you can like, but if you own a license you can have as many stores as you want with that with alcohol. It's kind of weird, but at the same
well,
time
so
I'm
but the
like
Walmart in our area was strategically across the county line.
yeah, uh, I don't get the I guess I don't understand that. I'm like, why can't they? I think that should be. I almost think the
Well,
federal
they have a
government
lot
should
of
say something about that. I don't know. I don't like
we
it.
didn't have a lot of drunk driving incidents because people bought their alcohol and they took it home.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Weird to me, but I think anyone should be able to sell anything at any point. But I also don't think that anything should be illegal if someone's willing to buy it. But unless it's, of course, against some type of like it'll kill everyone type thing, then of course, yes. But
Methamphetamines.
no, I believe those should be legal. If somebody wants to have it, it's
Now,
not our
well,
problem.
I don't think we should have legal or like cooked in a bathtub with lithium batteries. Maybe put a little restriction on it.
If it's going to harm other people, it should be illegal. If it's not,
Well,
then all power to you.
Well,
actually,
that's the part that
yeah,
harms people is
that's
the
the
That's what I
yeah,
cooking.
mean. That's what I mean. Is
yeah.
if it's going to explode, yeah, that should
Oh,
welcome Willem. If it's going to explode, I agree. That should be illegal. But if it's not,
well, not
man,
even the exploding part, dude. Like the fumes and stuff left by methane, it will affect everything around. Like it, if you've
There's
been in a house where people have had or made crystal meth, you have crystal meth in your system. It's just it contaminates everything.
well, then don't go in that person's
things
house.
could be
It can
dangerous, but
outside
they
the house too.
also have more
Well, then that's where it becomes illegal to me.
purpose.
Okay. All I'm saying is, like, if they legalize it, they can tax it.
Well, we have Adderall. That's already methamphetamine.
It's not legal.
You have that prescription for it.
Yeah, but I disagree. I think you should be able to buy it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's I
Big Pharma
honestly,
strikes again.
yeah, I hate regulation on things that like shouldn't. It would help the market so much if these things were legal.
I don't know. It's
Now,
kind of
it
like
would also hurt a lot of
I think
people.
so.
Like, I think people would overdose a lot more. I agree on that part, but I'm like, that's their prerogative at that point.
I don't know. I've seen somebody DTing from meth, and it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I agree, but if it's themselves, I'm not. I'm not up for euthanizing people, but if people want to take enough meth to, die, I'm like, they're gonna try it somehow.
Gotta sort them
So
out, huh?
it's not the gotta sort them out. It's like the whole point of America is freedom, man. Like,
Tread on me.
yeah, I just don't get involved. That's my thing. Like, the government shouldn't be involved. The only time the
Well,
government should get involved is when it hurts other people.
people are starting to honestly admit that war on drugs was actually it hurt a lot of people rather than helped anybody.
Yeah. But I mean, I get it. You shouldn't be able to like smuggle drugs in or whatever. Fine. I get that. I don't understand the regulating somebody who knows what they're doing or even
Well,
stopping people from buying it.
you can make as much alcohol as you want as long as you're not trying to sell it. So if you're just making a little meth for yourself, it should be fine, right?
I mean, and if it doesn't hurt anybody else, yeah, why not? I mean, but I am of the mindset of there's no government should not regulate that. If people want to buy something stupid, they should be able to buy something stupid.
It's
Like,
not just like that. There's no control of scope for something like that.
and that's a problem.
Yes.
How?
Just if imagine if it's just any one person takes it, but then that person is also of some responsibility that does impact multiple people's lives, they
Oh
cannot.
yeah, yeah. If somebody's a mother or father and they buy meth, I'm all for them going to jail.
No, I'm not saying was it even if they're a mother or father, was it that is a person of responsibility. But then let's just say you have was it your entire group of engineers or your commander at a power plant. Is it
I'm all for having a drug test before every morning. Let's
We do
go.
have drug tests for a reason. If a
Yeah,
company wants to buy
like
us out and
why
use
not?
marijuana, that's fine.
Yeah, why not
Those
just do a drug test every
drugs
day?
are heavily drug tested anyway.
Yeah, I mean
they are drug tested, but also
that solves the
how
problem right there.
yeah, but then afterwards now you're creating a class for people whom you aren't taking the drug, who you say can't take them.
Okay.
That's up to the company that's running that.
Yeah, like
It's not a government thing. That's like we can't have an employee
perf.
like look, my company
Yeah,
is all about like
my main
delivering stuff. We can't have people who have to like take mind altering stuff while driving and doing delivery. That's not gonna be kosher.
Yeah, so just have a drug test every day. I don't see what's wrong.
But then afterwards,
my
let's just
biggest
drive.
thing with that is it is heavily addictive.
I agree.
That,
I'm not saying
it
it.
does keep these people from, or basically bar them from a large amount of jobs,
And that's
which,
their prerogative.
but also that is how crime becomes an issue.
Yeah, I just
The snowball effect, huh?
Like,
I think
Yeah,
Okami's seeing it right
it
here in like
has
a small
far-reaching
scale, and he's
consequences.
upset. But
It has
what?
worked in other countries.
then they're
Well,
even still they have regulations for that. But Okami's just saying
I
they
no, I'm
cannot do
saying
that.
you can have regulations. I'm saying you can just it's not illegal.
Well, then if it goes against those regulations, then it's illegal. Then
Like what? What are you talking about? Because you weren't here when the conversation started. Now, if you're listening, fine, but we got to tell me what you're talking about.
I'm talking about how you're saying that there should be no regulations.
On
Was it
on the
persons using
drugs or whatever.
yes.
I didn't say on people using drugs. I said that there shouldn't be a regulation against buying it. You can regulate people driving and using them. You can regulate because driving is not a right; it's a privilege.
Well, then how is it that you're going to be able to test
I'm allowing drug tests every mile. I don't care. Or
how
you
would
have
you
to have a I mean, if people really wanted it, they'd have to enforce it every every time they go out, they have to plug into a car and breathe into it or something. I'm fine with that.
There's ways people already trick breathalyzers.
And they'd
And
be
it's in the
arrested for it
law.
and be illegal. I'm not saying it would be legal.
Yeah, is that you also need to account for people not following these rules. And
We
you
already
said
do that.
yeah, but then how do you get them? Like that's another big thing
If
inside the
they, if
law.
they if a person drives perfectly fine without any problems on Adderall, maybe it's a bad opinion, but I'm like, maybe they should be allowed to drive while they're having Adderall. Like I don't have a problem with somebody completely functioning well, but just because we don't like that they can do it and we can't type thing, I think that's dumb. That argument is dumb. Just because somebody can do something and I can't, doesn't mean we should stop that person from doing it. You know,
They shouldn't have done it
I
to
mean,
stop
but
it.
this is also coming from a person who's never had a drug or alcohol in his life. Well, I take that back. I have for surgeries and stuff like that, but I've never been like living my life needing anything,
All
even
the
though,
time.
yeah,
To be
like,
fair, I'm pretty sure driving while taking Adderall is
oh, true. I mean, but meth or whatever.
no fucking chance. I'm not dealing
No
with that
shot
shit.
of that.
No, but no, I'm okay. You're misunderstanding my argument. That's where the thing comes in of yeah. And if we have to say everybody to drive a car must breathe into this thing, and with and there has to be an inside car cam for it, then at that point, yeah, like. But at the same time, like I'm just saying that the government should not stop people from buying stuff. The government should only regulate what they do with it. That's what the government is keeping people safe, not to keep them from buying stuff.
I don't even think the government's to keep people safe.
True. I mean, it's to keep other people out and like I mean, I agree. It's for like for defending the country is all I believe the government's actually for. But I don't like all the regulation with all this stuff because it makes it to where it makes it to where everything's so expensive now. That's the main reason why we cannot buy prescription drugs at a good price is because we don't have a market for them.
I think the market is there. It's just people don't know.
No, there is no market for a prescription drug. You have to have a prescription. That's what I'm saying. If you didn't have to have a prescription,
Well,
if you didn't have to have a prescription, the market would be flooded with it and it would be like nothing.
a little against a glimpse into the legality of things, Willem. In America, it's illegal to say that and eating an orange is the cure for scurvy, or marketing oranges as a cure for scurvy. It has to be a cure has to be a FDA regulated medication.
Okay.
That's actually a legal precedent that's been set.
Like you can't say like this partially protects against like what happened during COVID too, is what I'm saying. I don't want to be regulated by by somebody I don't believe in. That's a real. I don't even think he's a real doctor because he hadn't practiced it in so long. But I'd have to go see a doctor and figure out if it's okay for me to go and do things. You know.
Well, the problem
But I also
If you
think
don't
the
have, if you
government
don't
should
have,
have no president over that.
if you don't have any regulations, though, you end up with a bunch of snake oil salesmen, like what happened with like the Radithor stuff back in the
No,
early
so
1900s.
yeah, I agree. I also think people are stupid and will do that anyway.
Well, but I don't think that you're above being tricked either.
I don't believe I'm above being tricked. I don't like medicine, so I wouldn't take it.
No, but then you got a guy who's marketing a bunch of stuff as as an energy drink, and then it kills a bunch of people because it has radioactive particles in it.
And that guy did something illegal, therefore he should be tried in a courtroom.
But having regulation prevented him from killing a bunch of people. That's what they're saying.
And I'm saying, like, well, then we just should ban guns because then it will stop one person who goes and does a mass killing. It doesn't matter if it stops the one person who's allowed to have a gun, but it stops at least one person who wasn't allowed to have a gun to do it because they're banned or whatever. Like, that's the same
So many
argument to
people.
me.
What does the question say that he won't get?
That's the thing. Like, it's illegal to kill other people, therefore, doing it with medicine's also illegal.
Yes, but even so, some of the things you're saying follow that same principle. Like how
That's what I'm
earlier. There's you put a camera in the car. There's laws and
because a car is not a right; it's a privilege. It's not something you get just because you want it or because you have because of like it's not a God-given right. However, buying and selling stuff I believe should be, and it doesn't matter. You should be able to buy and sell a car even if you can't drive it. Or even if you don't have a license to sell. Like I think the licenses to sell is dumb. Unless it's like something, completely like license to sell. I mean, I kind of disagree with licenses to sell guns and stuff like that. I kind of disagree with that. I'm like, dude, it's a free country. We should be able to do whatever. Well, I get it.
Track of where guns are going from and to.
I disagree. The government needs that. Maybe that's just me. Well, I don't think they. Why? All right, Pat, Como, y'all think that the government should be able to track you and figure out how many guns you have, and
It kind of already does.
that was not the question.
It also depends on a certain state, but I was also gonna say, like, I mean,
I don't think they should be able to at all.
There you go, Willem.
Background checks, though, they know what guns you have. Just they don't have an official registry to track you, though, unless the state has it.
I don't like. I agree with having a background check. We can do that for sure. Do that for pills. Yeah, just do that for pills. Make it the same as guns. I'd be all fine with that.
History of abuse.
I personally think that the background check should be processed in such a way that the people doing the background checks do not know
who you are.
Background check is for employment, or if it's for a gun, or if it's for
I can agree.
anything else.
Well, I'd put that in the same area with the buying prescription pills, or what we call prescription pills. I just call them pills.
Well, how do you feel about when a bunch of credit card companies tried to ban the use of their credit cards for buying and selling guns?
I think that's illegal.
Illegal, highly illegal.
I think it ended up getting banned. Like there were no
Here, let me this is probably a better thing for me to say on this instance is like I don't agree with anyone just being able to make drugs and sell it. That's not what I'm agreeing to. I'm agreeing that if the drug exists and we buy it from somewhere, that a regular person should be able to buy that thing. So like if a hospital can buy it, so should anybody. And we shouldn't have to go outside of the country to do that.
Or get a doctor to write prescription.
Yeah, or get a doctor's. If a hospital can buy it, then anybody can buy it. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm advocating for. I'm not advocating for just anyone being able to make meth. That's not the point. Like, you
I
can
mean,
regulate the make of meth. Sure, regulate that. But you can't
I'm not gonna
regulate if the
lie.
meth is already made. I'm like, and it's legal, then I think everyone should be able to buy it.
Like you can make drugs from other drugs.
True. And that's not going to
awesome.
stop anybody else. Well, it stops the person from going outside of the country and buying them.
And
The fact
Tijuana.
It just makes it a rich person's like thing, and I don't want that. I want everybody able to be able to buy um, insulin from anywhere. If it's out there, they should be able to buy it.
It's also funny that we earlier talked about politics and Trump, and now you're bringing up that because
Yeah,
he recently just did a press conference about trying to lower the price of drugs, saying how the reason why you can get them cheaper everywhere else in the world is because they use America to subsidize the research to create the drugs, and so they upcharge
and you
America
can
to pay
also
for the
buy it.
research.
And you can also just buy it on the open market.
Well, I think it's also just less regulation in Mexico and places like that where you can just go in and buy a bunch of pills because they don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you don't regulate the buying of it. It becomes cheaper because then more people can get it, and therefore it's more mass produced.
I mean, the what you call it? Prohibition is what created the mafia. They banned alcohol, and then all of a sudden there was a market for black market alcohol.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a little bit of contrarian, almost for the sake of being contrary, but it's kind of like a niche argument. Because there is one type of drug that I think it would be irresponsible to society as a whole to allow you to just buy whenever you want. And that would be antibiotics.
Yeah.
Like, if you're talking your base level antibiotics, like the stuff that's been around forever, like, sure, whatever. But if people can just go out and buy whatever antibiotic they want whenever they want it, that's how we get super drug or super diseases.
Superbugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Bugs.
that will happen also with if there's a lot of uh, trade between all these different drugs. Is that people would then use them because then there's people whom like Okami used the example of insulin, or they could take too much of that, and then
I'm not trying to protect somebody who bought the drug. I'm trying to protect people who didn't. So I do not care. I'm sorry if somebody plans to kill themselves. They're going to try and find a way to do it. And
yes, but I'm not saying
I
like
don't
that's
think
like
that that
their
should
own
be.
decision. I'm saying was it the reaction along with other like microbes in the body that would create other bugs and mutations because of something like that. Yes, you can easily kill yourself with multiple drugs. Insulin is one of them.
Yeah, sorry. My software wanted me to register it, which I'm not doing.
Oh dear.
But
You haven't bought
yeah, so
WinRAR yet?
well, no, it's voice meter. But the thing is,
That's
like, all these bugs that people get that we just use antibiotics to take care of gain resistance to different strains of antibiotics over time.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
it's constantly like an arms race to come out with the newest antibiotic that's effective that bugs haven't seen yet, so that you always have something ready to go if everything else fails.
I can imagine if every
And,
hypochondriac ever could just buy antibiotics whenever they want.
I understand the argument there. My question would be, can I still go outside of our country and buy it? And if the answer
That's
to
not
that,
our decision to
Some
make.
no.
places
If the answer to that is yes, then I would say okay, yeah. Then I disagree. It should be legal.
So then what you're
And
saying
then if
is
the
you want a
answer
world
is
government.
no, then I'm going to say then it's already in place of like they can't because it's not mass
The other
produced.
people are wrong.
What? What are you?
Is it,
Willem, you're
you're saying
talking over an argument. I'm talking about cobalt, not anything you've said. So this was Cobalt's thing of the antibiotic thing. So if the answer is yes to you can buy it outside of the country legally, then I think we should be able to do it inside the country legally. If you can't, then that's the measure in place already. That means that they're not mass producing it. It's a special antibiotic that they can only do because it's, because of the regulations that are already on it. And I'm just saying anything that's legal to buy outside of the country in Mexico or Canada should be legal to buy for Americans. And that includes, insulin and a lot of prescription drugs. Now, biohazards and stuff like that, like that's where I'm saying like meth was just the extreme example. I don't think we should be buying, all this meth because meth is illegal. If I'm correct, it's illegal in Mexico. I'm not saying to buy illegal drugs. I'm saying buy the legal ones.
Control tested.
It's
clean.
just we can't even buy
No
the
chili
legal
powder.
drugs. We can only because they're prescription. They're only illegal here. They're not illegal anywhere else. Like I don't understand it. Okay, but if we could buy it here, well, guess what? The price lowers in America. Because guess what? They're going to mass produce it here in America. Instead, we have all this mass production outside of the United States, and that's why it's so expensive here. And yes, we do subsidize it.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But I'm also saying that anything available in a hospital, like other than what Cobalt's saying of the stuff, like usually that stuff's already cutting edge and they don't have much of it anyway. Like they're not going to sell that outside. Therefore, I almost think anything in a hospital should be legal to sell outside of a hospital.
I'm not sure if there are any countries where you buy.
You kind of cut out there. All I heard was, "I'm not sure if there's any countries," and then that was kind of it.
I was gonna say I don't know that there are any countries where you can just buy antibiotics over the counter.
Yeah, then therefore that solves the issue that everyone's bringing up. That I don't have a problem with that. Then I'm just saying the ones that we can. If I can go outside the country and buy insulin, then I should be able to go in the country and buy insulin.
But then that's very much describing just like a world government because you only want world regulations.
No, I don't want I just want the United States to have less regulation.
If it's legal here, it should be legal everywhere. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I don't care about the rest of the world. America is all I care about, and they do not allow us to buy insulin on outside of a prescription.
Cancelled.
It is actually pretty wild too, because
yeah, like some people need that for life. You should be able to just go to a pharmacy and buy it without any questions. I don't understand stuff like that.
No, I've actually been turned away at some pharmacies just like buying needles for my mom to inject insulin with.
Yeah.
You could use these for drugs. I'm like, dude, do you see how small that needle is? I don't know of any drugs that
Dude,
would fit in that.
I've ordered needles and syringes online. It's like
Yeah, you can buy all the stuff that a hospital has that's equipment wise. You just can't buy the medicine. And that's
Well,
like what I said. That's what I disagree with. Like, I get the
some of
antibiotic
those
argument.
places, like some places out there have local policies where they just tell you that stuff. Drives me insane.
Yeah. But that, I guess that I'm like I keep saying, that's my big problem is if I can go to Mexico and just buy it, that's a problem. Like, not for Mexico, that's a problem for the United States that they need to solve.
I don't. It sounds like a different approach to hearing that, because it could be the fact that it's a problem that it's so easily accessible to the people to bring over to the U.S.
No, so
Yeah, no,
but
it's just a different,
here's the
perspective on
thing.
that same statement.
Here's the thing, Willem. If we make the medicine, we make it, then we send it to another country. If we don't make the medicine, we pay for it to be made and then bring it only to the hospitals and pharmacies where we're not allowed to buy it unless we have a prescription. However, if we make the medicine here in the United States, we sell as much as we want to another country because they can just buy it regardless. Everyone can buy it. If it's made outside of the United States, everyone can buy it, even though it's highly subsidized by the United States. I'm just saying, if it's one of those things where everyone can buy it, then allow our Americans to buy it. That's it. That's all I was saying. And insulin's one of those. That's the big one. I mean, I would say Adderall's probably one of those too, because I'm pretty sure you can get that. And Adderall is regulated outside of the United States. So it's one of those where they do have laws on it. And I agree with the laws on it. I don't agree with not being able to buy it because other places can't. Now, if no one can buy it, then that's fine. I'm like, okay, don't sell that. Like, if they only sell it to hospitals because if it's a dangerous substance, I agree. There we go. The doctors know best on that one.
Adderall is technically crystal meth, but it's also known to have long-lasting effects on people who take it and don't have ADHD. Like it can alter the chemistry of your brain if you take it.
And I don't think the government should be in charge of stopping people from doing that. If the hospitals want to get involved and say this is not good, everyone listen to your doctor on this, then fine. And then we can, create policies based off of fact with a doctor. I do not want to base policies off of.
You're asking for a cascade effect, because then whenever they don't regulate and people are ruining their lives for it, you end up getting a bunch of angry family members who end up causing a ruckus and then demand government action.
Oh
somebody campaigns on banning Adderall, and then it gets banned when that person gets elected.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying is like that shouldn't be possible because
that's literally how alcohol got banned, because a bunch of angry people were like, "This is causing our society to collapse," and they got it banned, and then it came back.
Yeah.
Later.
I understand that argument. I'm just saying, like, that's what the Constitution is technically supposed to be for. They can't do that, but they don't use the Constitution like that anymore. So that is sad. But I think it's also very easy to look at, what you know what we can literally just cross the border for to buy legally should be able to be done here in the United States. I think that's just an easy go to right there. Like, start there. If we can buy it in Mexico and cross the border, we should be able to buy it in America without a prescription. Who wants to buy a Senate seat? I mean, if I had the money, dude, I would have already bought it.
If we get a Reddit group started and pour our money together, we could buy a Senate seat.
No, thank you.
No.
Just like what was that? What happened with the GameStop trading thing, where a bunch of redditors got pissed because they were gonna short sell GameStop, and so they ended up just making the value of the stock go through the roof. If we do something like that, but with buying a Senate seat, let's do it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of interested in your thing, Willem. You seem to want to protect people who don't want to protect themselves, and that seems like it's not very American to me. But
that's a very big principle.
no, protecting, like, so from themselves, I should say, not like, yes, protecting people who can't protect themselves is an American thing, but like protecting people who can't protect themselves from themselves is not necessarily, in my opinion, American attribute.
America already has a lot of things to do that.
And I disagree with them most of the time.
You know it, and then that's it. You disagree with it. I can't really.
Oh no, I just wondered why. I would say everybody up to the 1950s probably agree with my opinion. But for some reason, ever since then, they changed everything. But
I don't know, man.
like, when was let me look that up. When was insulin banned from the market? Let's say that, or whatever. Never been banned. Huh. That's funny.
I think you're phrasing the question improperly.
Yeah. 1938. So maybe I was a little ahead of myself. But
okay, so the types of insulin that were available prior to 19
yeah,
are still exempt
yeah.
from laws, apparently. Everything created since 1951.
Okay, 1941. The insulin amendment was passed to require FDA certification for safety. Okay, well, that makes sense. I get that.
1931.
41.
Still in the same area when all that they started cracking down on like snake oil salesmen and shit like that, and well, alcohol for that matter, because it was enough people got mad about it that they actually started to regulate stuff. That's pretty much how it all starts. People get mad that something's happening, bitch to the government. Government says, "All right, fine, we'll regulate it," and there you go. That's what I'm saying is you get caught in a vicious cycle of, all right, so if we unregulate all this stuff, in about 15, 20 years, people are going to get mad because people are dying because of it, and they're going to ask to be regulated again.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where I believe the Constitution should step in and see, like, it's not a problem for people to
I mean,
hurt
shit.
themselves.
Marijuana
It's a
was
problem to allow, like, basically I'm advocating for more mental health things of like you should be checking on your fellow man. You shouldn't just leave them to rot and then they get to the point where they're trying to kill themselves. But at the same time, people are just like, well, we should just ban everything that allows them to kill themselves. I'm like, well, that doesn't solve anything. Like, you're just hurting people that actually need it and use it in a good way.
I mean, you can get addicted to medical grade oxygen.
Yeah, you can get addicted to anything. You can get addicted to, like, I'm probably addicted to soda because I drink so much. I'm not, like, but it's not a banned substance. I don't know.
Same thing with chocolate. People get addicted to chocolate. You don't see them
Yeah.
banning chocolate.
Well, but I get it that you can, like, inject a small amount of insulin and essentially hurt cause
Yeah.
a life altering
I mean,
problems.
shit. I had
But
I knew somebody one time that he got misdiagnosed with Parkinson's, so they prescribed him medication to deal with the Parkinson's, and taking the medication actually hurt him severely and caused him to develop Parkinson's disease because his body didn't actually need that medication. So
mm,
that's a potential problem if
that's
people use
called
too much of it.
malpractice and should
Yeah,
be
they
held in.
they they were trying their best to sue the pants off that person, but if somebody didn't regulate and say, "Hey, if you don't have Parkinson's, you can't take this. You can't just pick up this medicine," people could do that to themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have a problem with like I said, the
I
thing
mean,
is more you can just get it somewhere else. It's just I
well, just
don't have enough money to go get it.
look
That's where I'm like, okay, that's
look
kind
at
of
it
dumb.
look at it from also a private setting. How many companies have to put like "don't drink bleach" on the label because they'll get sued if they don't? Because
Yeah,
some dumbass will drink bleach and then sue the company. Why wasn't there a warning label on it?
yeah.
It's also a matter of getting your company lawsuit into oblivion. Why did it say don't take insulin if I don't have diabetes? Huh? Why didn't y'all put that on the label? So yeah,
Well, I
it's
mean, put it on the label, but that's
yeah.
my. I mean, the I will never understand the insulin argument. I will. It's not possible for me. I can't understand that. Uh, I also can't understand why I can't just go and buy what. There's one other drug. I'm trying to think of the name, but it's like it's something you can buy for animals, but you can't buy for a human. And it's weird to me. And I can't remember the name of it. But it's like, why can I buy it for an animal, but I can't
You
get
can
it?
get you can get animal grade ivermectin at any like pet store. I don't know if you need a prescription for it. Well, if you have like if you take care of horses and shit, like you can get ivermectin.
Mm.
If I imagine you have to have like proof that you have horses. Who knows?
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
There's
I'm not that kind of farmer.
there's nothing, no regulations like that.
For what?
The horse grade stuff you can just go buy.
Well, I mean, they also make all kinds of medications that, like, if you're giving to a horse, give them this dose. If you're giving to a dog, give them this dose, and it goes down by the size of the animal.
Yeah,
And we trust people with that, but we can't trust people with,
Well, that's why the whole horse paste thing became a thing, like became a news article in 2020 because they're like, he's telling people to eat horse paste. It's like, no, like there's actual ivermectin is an actual medication. You can just people can buy it for horses, and if people are taking the horse paste kind, then they're fucking stupid.
like Absorbine Junior. People Absorbine is for horses.
I mean, I use a horse. It's a horse pain reliever. I actually have it right here. Actually,
Tommy's on horse tranquilizers.
dimethyl sulfoxide, pure DMSO, 99% pure DMSO.
You don't have to dilute it.
I don't know. Not approved for human use. Caution, eye irritant. But
I mean, everything's an eye irritant.
it is a deep penetrating oil that relieves pain. And I think it should be, I mean, I have it here and I'm not going to, somebody come to my house and arrest me because I do use it and it works.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Dun,
I
dun.
mean, I don't know if it's against the law, but it's not approved for human use. That doesn't mean it doesn't. I don't know.
My face is not approved for human use.
All right. Well, recommendations of the week.
I have one. I'll let Cobalt go first.
I don't have anything right now.
I'm actually gonna
Nothing.
recommend a game me and you play, Cobalt. I say a game we played, but it's actually currently in playtest. It's still a pretty fun horde shooter. You can tell it's very early in development. It's still got a lot of bugs to work out. It's called Far Far West.
All right.
Willow might
What?
like it. That game me you Ellis and O's played
Oh,
with
that beta.
the robots and the cowboys and the magic and the fucking shit.
It's something.
Yeah, it's still very early, but it seemed like it has some solid gameplay to it. It was fast paced and it was
Alright.
fun.
Anybody else?
You can just stop at me.
All right. Well, I'll do mine. Mine is Princess Connect Redive.
Oh dear.
Great anime.
I thought you recommended the game.
Nope. Never played it. I have watched the anime though. And it is funny. And
It
wholesome.
does look kind of
And
funny.
relaxing.
I've seen clips of that show, and it's just it kind of makes fun of itself in its setting, like a bit, because
Did you put
it knows
the
what it is.
thing in mute chat or something?
Me, no.
Yeah,
I will though if you
can
want
you?
me to.
Yeah.
Is it
Let me see.
okay? I can go next for recommendation.
Go for it.
Was it? I'm gonna suggest the anime Magia record.
Oh dear. Let's see. Mute chat.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Okay. All right.
So, Willem, why do you want to protect people that want to die so badly?
In the herd.
I'm not saying thin the herd. I'm saying I'm just not gonna
Oh,
try and
that's a
save.
Darwin thing. They're gonna take themselves out of the gene pool anyway. So there you go.
Is this the anime, manga? What are you recommending, Willem?
The anime.
Okay.
For what?
He said Magia record. I'm guessing the
Oh, yeah.
Puella Magi Monaco Magica side story.
Yes.
It is a spinoff of it. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
The
that's
Mandalorian.
not.
The
That's the
Mandalorian watch
full
they
name on
backed up.
Crunchyroll, so that is what I put.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.
We'll see.
Until next time, later.
Doesn't answer the question, doesn't elaborate, leaves.
It's yes.
Flashbang. Hit him with color
It's a
spray.
matter of care.
It's a what? What did you say? It's a matter of what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something.
I don't know. I just maybe that's unchristian like of me, but
But you
like
are Christian.
I want to save them. I want them to find Jesus, but I'm not gonna stop their actions, man. It's not my job. My job is
Was there
just to
in the
speak the
Bible?
word. What?
Was there anything about taking care of your fellow man in the Bible,
Yeah.
preventing them from hurting themselves?
No. There is not anything about preventing people from like I so the thing is like people are going to take the Bible out of context and say yes there's all like there's all these verses saying you should, love thy neighbor, protect their fellow man or whatever. But in context, it all has to do no, in context, it all has to do with making sure they know what you believe, what you're willing to do for them, and anything. And once I'm at that point, it's up to that person. And I'm not going to like if I see somebody trying to commit suicide, of course I'm going to try and stop them. But I'm not going to stop somebody across the world from doing it. Like I can't physically.
Mr. Incredible tried to stop someone from committing suicide. He got sued into oblivion for it. So
True. Yeah, but at the same
that was a
time, like, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm here to tell you about Jesus Christ. If they don't accept him, like, it's not my job to force them to. Like, my job is just to tell them about it. And then I'll let God do the rest. And if I can physically help, then I will physically help. But if I can't, then I can't. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to make a law against it. That's not how it works. I mean, honestly, if I'm trying to think of a good way to make because if you ever look in history of the Bible and history of the church, anything that's not a complete Christian theocracy or whatever, which Christianity is never supposed to be involved in that. The Christians just follow what whatever government it is because we were told to. Like it's literally in the Bible. Just do what they want you to. But if it goes against, what God teaches, that's when you rebel. But you don't rebel against the government. You just take the punishment. That's why whenever Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego wouldn't bow down to the golden statue, they said, all right, your punishment's being thrown in a fiery furnace. And they just said, okay. Like they didn't. And then the story is they didn't die in there because God saved them. And then the guy let them out and was like, hey, God saved you. Like, yeah, God.
We're no longer willing to stand on business like that guy did.
Yeah, well, no, that was 3 people, but yeah.
Still.
But that's what I'm saying is like, Christian's job is not necessarily to go against the government. Christian's job is just to tell people about Jesus and do anything physically they can to help people. But my job is not to stop people from doing anything. Like there's nowhere in the Bible that says that. Like if I can't physically stop people, like it's not do anything for it. I don't know how to help people. Like until somebody brings me a verse that literally says like, oh, you should try and save all of humanity from harm.
Devices.
Yeah, from harm or whatever. I'm
Call
not
it
gonna.
free will for a reason, man.
That's what I mean. That's yeah. That's exactly the point. Is God gives us free will. He gives everybody free will, and we shouldn't try to stop the free will. We just try to explain why we think God's will's better. The end. If doing something physically helps that, then we do the thing physical. And that's like why in the early church, it was always helpful for people to like give shelter to the homeless or to, I don't, whatever you want to say that the original church did. They banded together, bought people houses or bought people or started orphanages and stuff like that. And they did it all with their own money. They didn't ask the government. The government was never involved with that. Like, that's what the church is supposed to do and not rely on the government. And then if the government tries to stop the Christian thing to do or the Jesus thing to do, that's when we rebel. Other than that, if the government leaves us alone, hooray, we pay taxes. Like, I don't get people's infatuation that we're supposed to, do everything for everybody or the world or I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand that. We're not the saviors of the world. We're followers of Jesus, and we try to take as many people as we can with us. And that's about it. Like, yeah. And like I keep saying, if that means doing something physically, that means doing something physically. But outside of that, no. I don't get it. What's wrong with people?
Everybody has different viewpoints on things. You're not gonna understand everybody. You just only understand as you can.
Oh, yeah. That, you know what? I might do a very controversial hot take.
Oh dear.
Unless I already have. I think I might have. Now that I did.
Inform to me.
I think I've already done this one. Let me look it up. I don't think I have, actually. Well, then maybe we do that next week. Maybe we'll do the big Christian talk next week, so where y'all can ask questions, completely destroy me and my theology, and nothing will change because I won't believe you. The end. But just to give y'all a little sneak peek, my hot take will be Christian quit saying that homosexuality is not a sin, and that if a Christian says it's a sin, that they hate all homosexuals. I don't hate any homosexual at all.
You just don't agree with their lifestyle.
No, they just can't be Christians. That's all I'm saying. Like, even their lifestyle means nothing to me. They aren't Christians, so why should it? Like I'm not supposed to change them until they become a Christian. Like, that's God's thing. Is I'm just supposed to tell them about Jesus. And then if they come to Jesus, then I say, all right, what are you doing? Don't you know that's a sin? And they're going to be, if they give me flack after that, I'll be like, just show them the verses. Like, that's the thing is like, oh, I didn't know that was on volume, but yeah, that's a thing I don't understand when Christians get in arguments with anybody from LGBTQ or anything like that. We don't care about lesbian, gay, or any about that. We care about Jesus And you cannot say you are a Christian or a follower of Jesus if you are homosexual. And that'll be the hot take. I guess that's how I should write it out. You can't be homosexual. There might be a little nuance in that, because I would say you can't act on your homosexuality, because like you can say you're homosexual, but if you never act on it, you're never committing the sin. So like, but I mean, Jesus says if you have thoughts, then it's, you've already committed the sin in your heart. So yeah, but he says that about lust. So like, that's also for if I just look at a girl that's not my wife in a lustful way, that also applies to me at that point. So yeah, it's not just for homosexuals, it's for everybody up that point. But we'll have that. So we'll do that whole thing next week. I'm sure it'll be a lot of questions that I'll have to answer. That won't be easy, but at the same time, I'll have fun with it because I don't ever get to answer those questions nowadays, since I'm not a so-called preacher anymore. Or I guess back then I was a youth minister. But we shall see y'all another day.
Till next time, man.
Another time. Goodbye.